with a Camera. Starring Charles Bronson.
I'm Mike Kovac, freelance photographer. Prize fighters and sports layouts are not my specialty. But this Joey Savoyan interested me. I had known him well as a nice kid on the east side, but growing up seemed to have turned him sour. Suddenly, he was belting newspaper men around, smashing up cameras. Joey Savoyan had turned into a regular tiger, so they said, but I meant to have a picture or two of him, with his claws out, if necessary.
You here again, Mike? I thought you went back to New York.
Not till I get the shots I want.
Look, Mike, don't make it rough, huh? Joey's just getting a shot at the title. Now, if he wants his privacy, that's his business.
Jasper, you're Joey's manager. Why don't you explain to him he's public property now, and as long as he's in the news, he's going to get his picture taken one way or another.
Mike, Joey don't want any. He's even hired a pug to guard the gate just so everybody gets the message. I mean it, Mike. You're going to get into trouble.
Is that a threat, Jasper?
Well, that pug's pretty tough. Ask Charlie.
This gorilla threw me over a hedge about an hour ago, Mike. I thought I was going to be the first man put into an outer orbit.
Maybe you didn't say please, Charlie.
What do you want?
I got a message for Joey Savoyan. He's an old neighborhood friend of mine.
I don't take messages from photographers, Mac. But I got one for you. Get out of here. Get out of here.
What's the matter with you, Joe? Are you trying to win a gold medal for being the most hated man in the country?
Huh? Watchdog, you turned out to be, sir. What'd you do, take a bite out of yourself?
Who do you think you are, anyway?
All right. Go on, take your muscles outside. I'll take care of Mike here.
You're gonna knock him flat on his back, aren't you?
Well, I don't know. Now, that all depends. What do you think, Mike?
I think you better grow a whole lot bigger or go out and hire yourself a squad of Marines. That's what I think. And I'll tell you something else. When you made good as a fighter, the whole neighborhood adopted you as their all-time hero. Then when the news stories started to come out about what a miserable heel you are, they're all ashamed of you.
Oh, no,
now, wait a minute. I was over at the champions camp. It took me 10 minutes to get a full series of shots. I come down here and I have to hold a debate with your manager and wrestle with his ex-pug here. Is that any way to treat a friend?
Look, why don't you shut up, huh?
Because there's nobody here big enough to make me shut up, least of all a punk like you. And I can lick you now just as I licked you the day you were running errands for my father.
Okay, Big Mouth. There's no shortage of gloves.
Hey, can I get a picture of you when you're flat on your back?
That meatball couldn't lick one side of me the best day he ever saw.
Man with a Camera. Now, we all know Charles Bronson as the prototypical movie tough guy. I was drawn to him at an early age because of parental influence. You see, Charlie was born Charles Bronson, one of 15 children of Lithuanian parents in Pennsylvania, and his father was an immigrant coal miner. My family were Polish immigrants, half of them coal miners, in Pennsylvania, and Poland and Lithuania are neighbors, so there was a bond to see one of our own in movies and on TV. And my parents passed that bond down to me. But I'm betting that not that many of you out there saw Charlie starring in Man with a Camera. It ran on TV for 2 seasons, 1958 and 60. I was in high school and I watched every episode. I just let this teaser run into promo for Freebie on purpose. I never heard of Freebie before. It's available on Amazon and Amazon Prime. I didn't think I'd be able to find Man with a Camera, but here on Freebie, I find all 30 episodes for free, but with ads, unfortunately. I don't like ads, but free is free. Check out an episode, and if you like the show, you can get a DVD at Amazon for all 30 episodes for under $20. Disclaimer: I'm not hyping Freebie because I get kickbacks like Joe Biden gets kickbacks. I get nothing for mentioning Freebie, but I'm hyping it because one of our viewers, Jeffrey Duprees, commented recently on the outlaw Josie Wales, and he mentioned liking Clint Eastwood, John Wayne, and Charles Bronson, which triggered some memories about Charlie and made me remember this show. Here's the plot for Man with a Camera. Former combat cameraman Mike Kovac is now a freelance photographer in New York City, specializing in difficult and dangerous assignments, where he can get the kinds of pictures that other photographers can't get or won't get. He sometimes gets help, often reluctantly, from his contact in the police department, while at the same time getting advice from his immigrant father. You just watched the beginning of episode 1, and I cut it when it went to the first commercial break. I'm betting Charlie kicks a boxer's ass. Here's a couple shots of Charlie from the series, but I don't recognize any of the other names in any of the other shows, so I didn't include any. Charlie racked up 161 acting credits in some fantastic movies. I'm not going to mention any right now because I'll be covering many of them later. Now, here's a flashback to an early Sunday morning around 1990. My son and I are living in Venice Beach, California, while I'm working on a screenplay for a pilot for a TV series. I'm going out for a 6-mile run, and I talk my son into dropping me off 6 miles down the road, so that way I don't have to run out 3 miles, turn around, and come back 3 miles, which takes us through Santa Monica and out to the Pacific Coast Highway along the beach in Malibu. Now, there's no traffic. We stop for a red light, and all of a sudden, here comes a Jag pulling up alongside of us. The Jag stops for the light right next to us. I look over, and I see Charlie behind the wheel. He's alone. I smile. He smiles. I wave. He waves. It's a long light, so we get to exchange a few greetings until the light changes. He was very friendly, very personable. A big thrill for me. Wish I had enough time to tell him how long I followed him. And by the way, or get his phone number and say, hey, give me a call, Charlie. We'll get together and have a beer. And by the way, I sometimes use Charlie for my logo. Thanks to Jeffrey Duprees for the idea. Whoa, wait. Here's some breaking news. I took a break, and I just watched the whole episode. A lot of surprises. Didn't go the way I figured it would. I liked it. And found out that I can get that first season for $9.99 without having to order a DVD. Just a couple clicks and no more commercials. And last but not least, a quick plug for Born to be Wild, Innocent Man, Caribbean Queen, and Dead Stripper, to name 4 of my books. And yes, if you buy any of my books, I do make money from them. Thanks for stopping in today. Until next time, see you. And that's a wrap.